Mary Kay, it's officially game week. The Browns and the Steelers on Sunday at 1 o'clock. And LeVeon Bell, even though he might not play, even though he has not reported as we tape this, he is making the headlines because some Steelers players are starting to turn on him a little bit in the locker room. Of course, the Browns would love to not have LeVeon Bell out there. This is really the story heading into the game.
It really is. And, you know, I think that the Steelers players by now thought that LeVeon Bell would be there. It's Wednesday. It's game install time. And he is still not there. In fact, we talked to a bunch of Browns players about it today. And even Josh Gordon said, yeah, I think it would be an advantage for our defense. And they will try to take advantage of that if he's not there. So James Conner right now set to start for them. And it's a big aspect of this game.
Yeah, and even if LeVeon Bell were to come back and he isn't the same player that he normally is, like we saw last week in Week 1, you've still got to account for that talent. So it just makes things a little bit easier for the Browns defense.
Yeah, it does. But you never know what they're going to get from James Conner, and also they are a very pass-oriented offense. And of course, they don't have Todd Haley as their offensive coordinator anymore. He's on the Browns side now, so you don't know exactly what you're going to get from the Steelers. But you've always got Big Ben, you've got Antonio Brown ready to come out and have a big game, so it's still the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now, speaking of that Browns defense and Big Ben, Myles Garrett finally gets a shot to go after the Steelers quarterback. He didn't face him in Week 1 last year because Garrett was hurt, didn't face him in Week 17 last year because Big Ben rested. So finally, Myles Garrett gets his shot at Big Ben.
Yeah, and he is very excited about it. You know, we've seen him in that little Office spoof video that the Browns did, shredding Big Ben paper. He's talked last year about chopping him down, and Ben knows, he knows that Myles has been over here talking about this for a long time. So he knows that Myles is coming after him. He will be ready, and he's pumping up his offensive line to be ready.
And lastly, the Browns still have not named their left tackle. It's between Joel Bitonio and Desmond Harrison, the undrafted rookie. To me, Mary Kay, it feels like the longer this goes, the longer it feels like it is going to be Harrison. Is that a safe guess at this point, do you think?
You know, I think they're leaning towards that right now. I really do. I just think that if it was going to be Joel, he probably would have told us that today. I think that either they're really still trying to make sure that Desmond can handle it, or they just want to kind of keep the Steelers guessing and not preparing for the rookie for a couple more days.
Well, we have real football on Sunday. The Browns and the Steelers at 1 o'clock, and already all kinds of storylines, as you'd expect, developing in this game. And we've got them all covered at cleveland.com/Browns.